So, you're scrolling online, right? You see it, that thing you just have to have, and you want it now. Well, a whole new wave of payment services is making that easier than ever. But here's the big question. Does buy now just end up meaning paying later? Let's dig in and find out.
Okay, let's paint a picture. You've found it, the perfect pair of sneakers, or maybe that gaming accessory you've been eyeing, or hey, that skincare set that's all over your feed. Your budget is kind of screaming no, but then you see it, that little button at checkout that says yes. It's offering to split the cost into these tiny, manageable payments. So what do?
Welcome to the world of Buy Now, Pay Later, or BNPL, as you'll see it everywhere. So what is it, really? It's basically a type of short-term loan that lets you grab your stuff right away and pay for it over time, usually in a few chunks. And here's the kicker, the big draw. A lot of the time, it's totally interest-free if you pay on time.
All right, so why is this stuff absolutely blowing up, especially with younger generations like Gen Z? Well, it really all boils down to one simple, powerful promise: getting exactly what you want the second you want it.
I mean, the whole process is designed to be ridiculously easy. It's so seamless. You shop at your favorite store, you click the BNPL option at checkout, and boom, your stuff is on its way. Then you just pay it off in those smaller chunks. There's no long, annoying credit card application, no waiting around. It's all about removing every single obstacle between you and that purchase.
And that right there, that's the secret sauce. That's the core of its appeal. I mean, listen to this user from the study. They said that BNPL made expensive items feel suddenly affordable. Think about it. That $200 gaming headset doesn't feel like $200 anymore. It feels like 4 payments of $50. That initial hit to your wallet feels so much smaller, which makes it way easier to say, yeah, I can do this.
You know, there's actually some really cool psychology at play here. It's a thing called mental accounting. See, our brains are kind of lazy. They love to simplify stuff. So we mentally sort our money into different buckets. A single $200 charge, that comes out of the major purchase bucket, and it hurts. But 4 payments of $50? Our brain might just file those under small monthly bills, right next to our streaming subscriptions. They feel way less painful, even though, and this is the key, the total cost is exactly the same.
But hold on, it's not just about what's going on inside our own heads. There are some really powerful forces out there, especially in our digital world, that are pushing us in this direction and really shaping how we spend.
I mean, if you grew up online, you know that social media isn't just about catching up with friends. It is a nonstop 24/7 fire hose of trends, cool lifestyles, and new products, and that creates this incredibly powerful feeling, the fear of missing out. You notice FOMO. When you see everyone with the latest thing, it creates this real, urgent feeling that you need to be a part of it, that you can't get left behind.
And this quote from the study absolutely nails how it works in the real world. Listen to this. Influencers aren't just saying, hey, buy this cool product. They're showing you how to buy it with BNPL. They're making it normal. It stops being just a payment method and starts being part of this cool, trendy lifestyle. The message is crystal clear. You can have this life too, and you can have it right now.
And hey, it's not just about the big influencers. It's when your own friends, people you actually know, start using BNPL for everything, from clothes to, get this, groceries. That's when it really hits home. It's this powerful thing called social proof. Just like this person said, it starts to feel like everyone was doing it. And when everyone's doing it, it feels so much safer, so much more normal to click yes yourself.
Okay, so the convenience is amazing. You can't deny that. And the social pressure, it's totally real. But this is where we have to talk about the other side of the coin. This is where the story takes a bit of a turn. Because that pay later part of the deal, well, that can come with some very real pain.
So it really makes you wonder, right? What happens when that initial buzz from your new purchase wears off and those payment reminders start hitting your inbox? What's the real cost of all this convenience?
And that feeling of regret, it was a huge theme that came up again and again in the research. The very same thing that made the purchase feel so easy and so smart in the moment, the convenience, is what led to major buyer's remorse down the line. Suddenly, those small, easy payments for something you realize you didn't even really need, they start to feel pretty heavy.
This is exactly how debt can just sneak up on you. I mean, one little BNPL purchase doesn't feel like a big deal. A second one? Still fine. A third? Maybe okay. But before you know it, you're trying to keep track of multiple payment plans, and it starts to snowball. You're juggling all these payments for stuff you probably would have thought twice about if you had to pay the full price all at once. So here's the bottom line. The real costs here are often hidden. They're not on the price tag. The study found this really consistent pattern of what happens next. People felt the financial strain from just spending too much, debts started to pile up, it got super hard to track all the different payments, and then came the stress and anxiety from surprise late fees when a payment got missed.
And this leads us to another one of these brain quirks, a concept from behavioral economics called hyperbolic discounting. It sounds complicated, but it's simple. Our brains are hardwired to want stuff now. We value an immediate reward, like getting that new gadget today, way more than a bigger reward later, like, having more money saved up. And buy now, pay later services, they are perfectly, almost brilliantly, designed to tap right into this bias that makes us prioritize today over tomorrow.
So, if these services are basically built to hack our brains, what can we do about it? How do we take back control? Well, the good news is the research points to a pretty clear solution. It's all about building up our financial awareness and starting to make more mindful, conscious choices.
And this next quote really shows that journey. It's a total aha moment. This person went from not even realizing that missed payments could hurt their credit score or lead to fees to becoming a savvy, educated consumer. That's the absolute first step to using these things responsibly. You've got to understand exactly how they work, the good, the bad, and all that tiny fine print.
A huge part of that education is getting that these services are not the same as a traditional credit card. It's not an apples-to-apples comparison. See, credit cards, for all their faults, are heavily regulated. There are clear rules about telling you the interest rates and fees, which gives you at least some protection. But buy now, pay later? A lot of it operates in this kind of regulatory gray zone. That can mean less transparency and almost no credit checks, which, frankly, just makes it a lot easier to get into hot water financially.
So what's the game plan here? What's the big takeaway? The research really points to a four-part solution. First, we need way better education for everyone about the real risks. Second, the BNPL companies themselves need to be way more transparent. Clear contracts, no hidden junk. Third, we need smarter regulations that treat this stuff with the same seriousness as credit cards. And finally, for all of us on a personal level, it means committing to more mindful spending and learning to resist that constant pressure from our social media feeds.
At the end of the day, buy now, pay later is just a tool, and it's a powerful one. It offers some pretty incredible convenience and access. But just like any tool, especially a financial one, it comes with risks. So the question I want to leave you with is a personal one. In this huge push for getting everything instantly, are we prepared to handle the potential for that pain down the road? Really, the choice is yours.